The girl had been begging on the street for years. So when she saw the elegant pink carriage rolling through the dusty road, her eyes lit up. "Pink, rich, kind lady," she muttered. Without hesitation, she tossed her dry bun to a nearby beggar and stumbled forward, right into the path of the carriage. She fell dramatically. "Ouch. I'm starving." The carriage stopped. Perfect. But the voice that came from inside froze her blood. "My carriage, and you dare touch it." That wasn't a gentle lady. That was a man. The curtain lifted slightly.
À Cold, Sharp Gazmer.
The coachman cracked his whip in the air. "How dare you block the carriage of the Prince of Jiao? Move, or you'll regret it." The girl's heart skipped. Prince of Jiao? The same man rumored to be cold, cruel, and obsessed with someone from the past? She slowly looked up again, and the prince suddenly leaned forward. His expression changed. Shook. Confusion. And something darker. "You." The girl blinked. Before she could react, the prince stepped down from the carriage and said something completely unexpected. "Marry me." The girl stared at him. "Marry you." Her first thought? This man is insane. Her second thought? Is there food in the palace? "Yes," the prince said calmly, as if discussing the weather. "You will come with me." The girl quickly raised her hands. "My lord, I'm just a poor beggar. I don't even have shoes. I don't care." His voice turned cold again. "You look like someone." That didn't sound good. Still, a full stomach was a full stomach. "Fine," she said quickly. "But I want meat." The coachman nearly choked. The prince paused, then smirked slightly. You'll have more than that." And just like that, the beggar girl entered the prince's mansion. Inside, everything was grand. Gold. Silk. Servants everywhere. The housekeeper bowed politely. "My lord, she stays," the prince interrupted. Then he turned to the girl. "Kneel." "What? Kneel?" The girl frowned. "That costs money." The room went silent. "What did you say?" "1 kneel. 50 taels." The prince stared at her. Then suddenly, he threw a pouch of silver at her feet. 300. The girl instantly dropped to her knees. "Pleasure doing business." The prince smiled, but his eyes held something dangerous. This is only the beginning. That night, the girl ate like royalty. Meat. Wine. Endless dishes. This is the life. She sighed happily. Then the door slammed open. The prince entered. Without a word he pointed to the floor. "Kneel." The girl swallowed. "Again. You took my money." "Fair point." She sighed and walked to the doorway, kneeling casually. "You know, this is kind of rude," she muttered. "If you say please kneel, it sounds nicer." The prince stared at her, amused. Then he suddenly called in several maids. "Bring the cosmetics." The girl blinked. "Wait, what?" Moments later, they were dressing her, painting her face, styling her hair. When they finished, the prince stepped closer and froze. For a moment, his cold expression cracked. "Princess." The girl turned to the mirror. "Wow. I look amazing. Your skills are great." The prince's face darkened again. "Kneel. 2 hours. That's extra." "No." The girl sighed and dropped down again. But as she knelt there, she realized something. This man wasn't punishing her, he was chasing a ghost. Days passed. The girl learned one thing: the prince was not normal. Sometimes he was cold and commanding. Other times, he just stared at her, like she was someone else. One night, he suddenly stood in front of her. "Beg." "What?" "Beg me. Say something soft." The girl blinked. Then, with full dramatic energy. "My lord. Please. You're too cruel. I'll die if I kneel more. Spare me." "Enough," the prince snapped. His face twisted in anger. This isn't how she spoke. The girl froze. She. The prince turned away. For years, he had been chasing the memory of a woman, a princess who died before he could reach her. And now, this beggar looked just like her, but acted nothing like her. "Take her away," he ordered coldly. "Let her kneel in the yard." The girl brightened. "Oh great, fresh air." The prince almost lose his composure. This girl was completely unpredictable. The next day, an imperial order arrived. The emperor had heard about the girl and demanded the prince bring her to a royal banquet. Interesting. The girl said. Free food again. The housekeeper trained her in etiquette. Walking, speaking, bowing. The girl nearly collapsed. This is worse than begging. But then she had an idea. If the prince marries a real noble lady, he'll stop bothering me. Genius. At the banquet she angrily introduced him to every noblewoman she saw. Look, she's beautiful. Marry her. The prince's expression darkened with each attempt. Then dinner began. The girl forgot everything. She ate wildly, fast messy. The entire hall watched in shock. The prince quietly placed food into her bowl. Eat slower. The empress smiled. Looks like the prince cares deeply for her. The emperor, however, stared at the girl. His face changed instantly. This woman. He will never love her. The hall fell silent. Silent. The girl paused mid-bite. Wait, what? And for the first time the story took a darker turn. What secret does the emperor know? Why does the girl look like the dead princess? And will the prince fall for her, or destroy her? Backhand index pointing right to be continued.